new lipo tower. It's been using this component along with the power assisted handpiece. So this actually kind of works all in one together now, rather than having multiple pieces of equipment that he had before. Pretty much the same, works the same as what you're used to. There's a main power switch right here on the back left corner. It usually should stay on. If you go to power it on here or here, you don't get power. Obviously, that's the first place to look. The foot pedal that can control the suction pump also connects in the rear. Looks like they leave it connected. And it looks just like the aspirate or the infiltration pump, which connects over here to the side. So your 2 mesa pump is on the side here. This is your vacuum, power assisted liposuction, and this controls the vacuum. We just leave the power usually on max. The infiltration tubing works just like what you've used in the past. It's got a section that needs to fit down in the pump. Put the spike in on the rear. Spike bag that hangs here. Just drop it into place. Close, good to go. This is the power for it. And this can control the volume of it. So it's a step on, step off pump. So pretty simple. The canisters sit on top. There is a piece, a tubing that goes from the back where the section comes from to a filter to this tubing. That is not a single use component unless it gets contaminated. These filters are good for 50 hours. A lot of times we'll have people throw this away when they're cleaning up after a case, and that's not really necessary. It's not a super expensive piece, but if you don't have one, it's kind of a stop surgery from happening. Tubing for the micro handpiece has a larger end, which is standard, which will fit on the canister, but then it's got a tapered end that fits specifically to this cannula. You guys have your reusable cannulas. Do not throw those away. If it's got a blue hub, they're reusable. Black hub is disposable. That's what I've got for the demo. It's easier to connect the tubing to the cannula and then to the handpiece, because you're going to set it down in this track right here. If not, you're kind of fighting it. So that in the sterile field is good to go. Cable for the handpiece. There's two. There's an end that's got the caps connected. That's the piece that goes off the field. Easy way to remember that is you don't want this kind of bouncing around in the field with the surgeon. So black end gets off the field, white dot, white dot. Either of these connections will work. Oops. That's one of the things, if you ever experience any problems with a handpiece, it's not registering or working, it's usually the cable. It's either not connected right or it didn't get dry. There's some moisture in there. There's our red dot gone to. Put another red dot on here. There's 3 different sections or ways to work this. You can do bypass and it'll suck. PAL, which is this piece, turns it on, or foot switch. I think Dr. Becker prefers the foot switch instead of any of the other settings. But if you're using like the revolve where you need to run it without suction, like if you're running the fluid back through the filter, bypass it, make it work to suction the fluid out of the revolve. I think he uses that sometimes. Other than that, that's pretty much it, just like anything else you've ever used. Any questions?
Tried it here yesterday. I didn't know what it did.